Hello, everybody. Welcome along to Sportsbet with me, Paul Alster. I'm very pleased to be here with you for this Saturday bulletin. Looking forward to the racing on the 5th of October. I've got one selection for you that I'm quite optimistic about, actually. I have four selections, though, over at Out in Front. So if you're interested in signing up for our service there at Out in Front, which has been doing really well, showed a very healthy annual profit at the end of September. Then you can sign up via the link just below this screen in the description box. You can also press the subscribe button if you're joining us for the first time. Then you get all my free tips here at Sportsbet whenever I post them. And it's also worth noting that now over at Out in Front on the Patreon service, if you feel you don't want to sign up for a month, then you can kind of pay as you go if you want. And if you just fancy getting my tips for Saturday or any other day that I'm posting, then you can just pay £5 and you get the tips opened up to you, and there you go, the job's a good one. So the options are many, and of course last Saturday we had two selections. One of them didn't run. Navaggio didn't go in the Cambridgeshire, unfortunately, but the other one ran, and I hope that you were on, because he ran a really terrific race, and that was Blue Storm. Blue Storm stormed home at Haydock 9-1. Now that can't be too bad. I know there's loads of people that have a go at me, but we do show a profit, and they always forget to mention the ones that win or run well at nice prices. And 1-from-1 it was last Saturday, a 9-1 winner. You can't say fairer than that. Right, one selection for you for Saturday, and it's only for patient punters. If you're not a patient punter, then look away now, because it's in the very last race of the day at Redcar. You're going to have to wait all the way until the 5:37 race, which is a fairly nondescript contest. I've been looking around to try and find horses that I think are going to be value, and I think I've found one. It's a 5-furlong handicap on soft ground. There are 12 runners. They're expecting the ground to be fairly testing, although the heavy rain through the week has ended, and we've now apparently got a bit of sunshine on the way for the weekend. So early on, when I wrote my notes, there was no prices up. The prices have come up in the last few minutes, actually, just before recording this. And I think the top weight Elegant Erin is going to be a popular choice for Paul Midgley. A battling win it was for Elegant Erin at Beverley last time out, and only going up £2 for that. A win on better ground, but the horse is a versatile performer on different grounds, so I don't think it would lose on account of this being softer going. Also arriving at this race in pretty good nick is a horse called Our Absent Friends, who's trained by Tristan Davidson, who does pretty well with the small string up in the north. And this one won on soft ground at Ripon recently, where it beat a couple of horses who take it on again on Saturday. They're called Albigon and Farah de San Juan. And Our Absent Friends, has actually now won 2 of its last 3 starts, so it is in good form. And significantly, Rowan Scott, the jockey who gets on well with the horse, is once again in the saddle. So I think this is one for the short list. Now, Declan Carroll has one with a Gaelic name, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong. Shauntrave, I think it's probably something like that. It's come down the weights, and I think the ground is now going to suit him far better than it has for most of the summer, where the poor old horse has been slogging away on pretty quick ground. So that one could run better than its figures suggest. Well, a horse called Scoops Ahoy for David O'Mara won on its only previous run at this track. And although this is a horse who is somewhat inconsistent and only seems to put its best foot forward when it gets out of the bed the right side, it did shape fairly well in defeat at Hamilton last time out when it was second. So Scoops Ahoy is another one that will be thereabouts. But my choice here is a horse named after our good producer for today, Vinny. This is Vince Lamour. Vince Lamour is trained by Tim Easterby in Malton, and David Allen is on board. And this horse appeals because conditions have come right for it for the first time since it landed back-to-back victories on soft and on heavy ground at Ripon and Catterick this spring. This horse has to have juice in the ground, otherwise it's not worth it. He has run well, admittedly, on occasions, off his higher mark through the summer on faster ground. Second at Haydock in July, third at York last month. Those were really commendable efforts on the ground. Last time out, he ran in the Bronze Cup at Ayr the second of the consolation races for the Air Gold Cup. That was over 6 furlongs. He was bang there until the furlong pole, and then he ran out of puff. So he'll be happy to come back to 5 furlongs on his beloved soft ground, and I think he's going to run really well. And I was forecasting that he'd be around a 7-1 chance. I'm delighted to see that on the early betting, the only firm going up early, Bet365, they offer 12-1 each way for 4 places. And to me, that looks really good value. So Vince Lamore is the choice. Tim Easterby and David Allen, the final race of the day, Redcar, the 5:37. That's my free advice to you at Sportsbet on Saturday. If you are looking for more horses to put in doubles and trebles or whatever type of bets you choose to have a go at, and of course, you've got the 2 options at my Out in Front service to sign up for a monthly membership, which is terrific value, or pay as you go, £5 to get a look at what I've got in store for you with 4 horses, one of which I can tell you right now is a 33-1 shot on Saturday. And there's other horses in there at 20-1 and other tasty prices. So that's it for today. The best of luck, whatever you're backing. And from me, Paul Alster here at Sportsbet, I'll say goodbye. Speak to you same time next week.